In the previous video, we saw that we're going to use an equation determinant a minus lambda I equals 0 to find lambda an eigenvalue, and then that to find k. Let's see what this process looks like. We're going to find the general solution of the system dx dt equals 2x plus 2y, dy dt equals x plus 3y. Yeah, this is the system we were just looking at. You already saw the solution, but now I'm going to show you how we get there. The coefficient matrix is A equals 2, 2, 1, 3. And we're looking for A minus lambda I, which is going to be 2, 2, 1, 3 minus lambda times 1, 0, 0, 1. Lambda times 1, 0, 0, 1 represents scalar multiplication of a matrix, and that's performed by multiplying all of the entries in the matrix by the scalar, but we have a couple of zeros in there. So we have 2, 2, 1, 3 minus lambda 0, 0, lambda. Matrix addition and subtraction is performed entry by entry. So I would have 2 minus lambda, 2 minus 0, and so on. That's going to give me 2 minus lambda, 2, 1, and then 3 minus lambda. Good news. It's always the case that A minus lambda I is the same as the matrix A, but along the diagonal from the upper left to the lower right, we have lambda subtracted from each of those entries. We talked before about the determinant of A minus lambda I equaling 0. In this case, that means the determinant, the 2 by 2 determinant, 2 minus lambda, 2, 1, 3 minus lambda, should equal 0. Recalling how we compute a 2 by 2 determinant, it is upper left times lower right minus the product of lower left times upper right. In this case, that's going to give us 2 minus lambda, 3 minus lambda, minus 2 times 1 equals 0. Multiplying this out gives us lambda squared minus 5 lambda plus 6 minus 2 is equal to 0. So lambda squared minus 5 lambda plus 4 is equal to 0. That factors into lambda minus 1 times lambda minus 4 is equal to 0. So lambda equals 4 or 1. Going back to our roadmap, the characteristic equation, which is the determinant equals 0 equation, gives us our lambda. Our lambda gives us our k. We're going to then put lambda into A minus lambda I times the vector k is equal to the 0 vector. When we computed the determinant, we had this A minus lambda I, or the entries of that. And if we know that lambda is equal to 4, then 2 minus lambda becomes 2 minus 4, and so on. So when we look at lambda 1, I'll use 4 for the first one. What we're doing is we're taking the matrix A, and then from the main diagonal, that's the upper left to the lower right, we're going to subtract 4 from all of those entries. The result is going to be negative 2, 2, 1, negative 1 times k is equal to 0. We can set up an augmented matrix that represents this system, negative 2, 2, 0, 1, negative 1, 0. Really, this is overkill, but setting it up this way or getting used to setting it up this way will help when we have a 3 by 3 system. I'll leave that as that setup for now and then write down the system that's represented by this matrix equation here. First, I'll tell you, I'm writing this k, and I intend that to be representing an uppercase k. And it's got two entries, which I'm going to call lowercase k1 and lowercase k2. So this is how I'm going to distinguish my uppercase from lowercase, because I want you to visually distinguish the vector k from the entries k1 and k2. So the system is going to be negative 2k1 plus 2k2 equals 0, and k1 minus k2 is equal to 0. You already saw this coming. These represent the same equation. And in both cases, what we get is that k1 is equal to k2. The entries of the eigenvector k are any numbers k1 and k2 that satisfy this relationship. I tend to go for easy numbers. So I'm going to call this the vector k1 because it's associated with lambda 1, and we're going to find another one in a minute. I'm going to say that k1 is equal to 1, 1 by letting k2 equal 1. A little bit ago, I said that our solutions were going to have the form x equals ke to the lambda t. Lambda is the eigenvalue, k is the eigenvector. And so based on what we've just done, we've got that x1 is equal to 1, 1 e to the 4t. Now we're going to do it again. Lambda 2 is equal to 1. Going back to 2 minus lambda, 2, 1, 3 minus lambda, we end up with 1, 2, 1, 2. Putting that into context, we have 1, 2, 1, 2 times k is equal to 0, and I'll number it k2. And it doesn't take too much to see this is two of the same equation, which represent k1 plus 2k2 is equal to 0. That'll give us that k1 is equal to negative 2k2. And any values of k1 and k2 that satisfy this equation will give us an eigenvector. In this case, I'm going to let k2 equal negative 1. If you got to this point and you said, I'm going to let k2 equal 1, it's fine. It's totally fine. I thought math was supposed to have only one answer. I'll show you. Then vector k2 is going to equal 2, negative 1. And solution x2 of t is then equal to 2, negative 1 e to the t. We've just seen x1 is 1, 1 e to the 4t. We just got x2. These are exactly what I said were the solutions to begin with, and we're going to put them together in a superposition. So as a result of our work, we've got that x of t is equal to c1 times x1, which is the vector 1, 1 times e to the 4t, plus c2 times x2, which is the vector 2, negative 1 e to the t. Now back to this, suppose you let k2 equal 1, then your k1 is negative 2, and you have a scalar multiple of my k2, but all of that gets fixed because we're superpositioning our solutions, and it kind of gets rolled into this c2, so you have some flexibility.